Sophomore Matt Hurt, if you have a question for Matt, use the hand raise feature, and we'll get to you. And we will start with David Thompson. David, go ahead.
Hey, Matt, a great game today. Can you talk?
David Thompson, go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
David, can you repeat your question, please?
Sorry, Matt, can you hear me? Sorry about that, guys. New speakers, apologies. So at the beginning of the game, you were listed that you weren't going to start. Can you tell us about what happened, how that changed?
David, the starters were put in incorrectly. There's nothing there.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that. That was on us then. Well, then just talk about your performance tonight, the way you shot the ball.
I mean, the most important thing is we got the win. You know, we're coming up from a 3-game losing streak, and you know the practice has been really well over the last couple of days, and you know our defense wasn't good the last 2 games, and you know we just tried to switch up the ball screen coverages, and you know it worked out tonight. You know that's why coach is so good at this. So he makes adjustments, and we're all proud.
Aaron Beard, go ahead.
Matthew, coach has been worried about just getting better as opposed to some long-term, tournament talk or so forth. Kind of what's the player's mentality, I guess, right now in terms of just trying to get better versus thinking about, trying to maybe be in the tournament talk?
Yeah, for sure. The season hasn't gone how we wanted it, but we just try to keep our head down and just keep working. Every day. Don't take a day off, and not try to listen to the outside, the social media, what everyone else says, but us. The most important thing is us, and if we just focus on ourselves, getting better and better every day, whether it's weight room, whether it's on the court, with everything. So our mentality is getting better each day. Just win the day, I like to say.
Brendan Marks, you're up.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, again, NC State had 18 turnovers, only made 2 3-pointers today. Defensively, did you feel like this was one of the best performances that you guys have put together just as a whole unit?
Yeah. This is a really well-coached team, a great team, that they play big. So, just try to get uncomfortable with the guards and, make them make tough shots. And, our defense was really good tonight, but it also can improve. The last couple of days, we've been really working hard on our defense, and it showed tonight.
Thank you.
Steve Wiseman, you're up.
Hey, Matthew, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. You're, you came out shooting really well, and then you had to miss the last, the foul trouble. You missed some time in the first half, but you came out and shot well again second half. So, kind of, what was your mentality there while you were on the bench, and to be able to continue that and not let that?
Yeah, I love seeing my teammates succeed. I don't know how long I sat on the bench, but seeing them playing really well really got me excited on the bench. But just for me, just keep the aggressive mode and just get loose in the warm-ups and just try to keep how I was playing.
Derek Saul, go ahead.
Hey, Matthew, you've been playing a lot more with Mark recently, and could you talk about the impact that he's making while you're playing together, especially on the defensive end of the ball?
Yeah, he gives me a lot of confidence. He's 7 feet. I think he had 5 blocks tonight. His shot blocking presence really helps our team and me individually. So I'm very comfortable playing with him. He just gives me a lot of confidence, and he's only going to get better. He's young and he's only going to get better. So I'm looking forward to him keep improving every game.
Jason Evans, go ahead, sir.
Matt, we've talked about the fact that you hit 6 out of 6 of your first 3-pointers. Can you just talk us through a little bit of what it's like? Does the basket look bigger? I mean, did you know coming into this game that you were just going to be on fire? I want to get inside the head of someone who can do that, because I can't do that.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of work, along with the coaches. I worked with Coach Shire a lot last week with getting my shot off a lot quicker. Against UNC, I was playing slow and, shooting the ball slow. So the whole week I've been just, working on getting out quicker. My teammates did a great job of finding me, whether it's in transition, whether it's, pick and pop, all the credit goes to them, because they got me up and were like dragging the ball screen. So, I give all the credit to them.
Just really quick, did you sense before this game or like in warmups that you were going to have this kind of a game?
I mean, I just want to play my game, and I don't really sense it before games. But if I have it going, I have it going. But like I said, my teammates did a great job of finding me in the open spot, so I give all the credit to them.
All right, we have time for two more. We'll go to Jim Sumner first.
Matt, you were talking about you and Mark playing together on defense. I want to flip it a little bit, talk about the way you guys are working together on offense. You seem, but there was one play I think early in the second half when Mark had the ball on the high post and you slipped down to the basket and he got you a lob or an easy layup. Just talk about your increasing comfort level playing with him.
Yeah, for sure. Me and Mark do a lot of stuff every day together with our bigs coach, Coach James, and he does a great job with high lowing. We'll have a small guy having Mark flash, or Mark has a small guy I flash. So I think we do it every single day, and it's translating the game. So we're just gonna try to keep being better at it.
All right, last question, Sean Callahan.
Hey, Matt, you guys still have the NCAA tournament to make, and that could be a lot of pressure. You guys could start pressing and not playing well, but you avoided that today. How are you handling that pressure?
We're taking it one day at a time. Like I said, we don't really look at social media like that with us not making the tournament, us not in right now. We're just gonna be focused on the next game, and our next game is Wake Forest. So we're just gonna get ready for Wake Forest tomorrow and just try to keep improving every day. We don't look at the end goal. We just try to win game by game and win the day.
All right, Mark. Thanks. All right, Matt. Thanks for your time. We'll have Mark Williams up next.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt. Great game.
Brendan, you're muted.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You guys are muted. Hey, Mark, congratulations. Everyone will see the blocks and everyone talks about your shot blocking presence, but defensively, how is your understanding of your complete role defensively changing? How are you evolving? And it looked like your positioning was much better today and figuring out where you're supposed to be at different points with different combinations of players.
Yeah, Coach been harping on like different defensive coverages, especially on ball screens. And then communicating always helps, finding myself in the right places to be able to make those blocks. So again, I think that credit goes to the coaching staff and myself. I think I just did a good job communicating.
Thank you.
Steve Wiseman, go ahead.
Hey, Mark, how is it playing offense with Matthew? You guys playing off each other and you had the high-low game going some today. And just how is that going along? You getting comfortable with him?
Oh, yeah, it was fun playing with Matt. We've been working in practice every day on that high-low, making that pass, moving the ball, and then communicating. All those things, I think, translated, especially today.
Jake Piazza, go ahead, sir.
Hi, Mark. It just really seems like every game you're filling up the stat sheet a little more in each category. And I'm wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about, in addition to the blocks and points, starting to add in those assists and those steals and really starting to cut down on the overall fouls.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like the assists and stuff go, I think, again, working with the coaches, making those right plays, making the right passes, whether it's to shoot or attack. And then, setting the screens, my teammates find me in the right places for me to get those easy finishes. So,
Steve Wiseman, go ahead. Steve, I think you're muted.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't have my hand up. I'm sorry.
All right, Brendan Marks, go ahead.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, just as you guys were able to hold NC State today to only 2 3-pointers, 18 turnovers, why is it important for you guys' offense to succeed in defense? How is that defensive intensity sort of fuel the transition offense and getting you guys out in the break, getting some of those easy baskets, guys like Matt, DJ, Jeremy, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, I always think defense leads the offense. So us being active on the defensive end led to a lot of easy buckets. Again, I think we all played well together. We moved the ball. We were unselfish. So I think that translated today.
Thank you.
My last question, Jim Sumner. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Mark, I want to ask you about the beginning of the game. You had 2 blocks in the first minute and a half. Did you think that helped set a tone that today's going to would be different if you're not scoring on us today?
I mean, not necessarily. I think I was just trying to do my job. It just happened to be a block. So, yeah, that's all I really got for that.
Thanks.
All right, Mark, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
We'll let head coach Mike Krzyzewski up next.